Hello, we consider a paper which was taken in 2016, and this is Kenya's Certificate of Secondary Education offered by Kenya National Examinations Council, and this is mathematics paper one, and the paper 2.5 hours. So the question that I want us to consider in this particular session is question 17. Question 17, which reads, answer any 5 questions from this section in the spaces provided. So that is, you are supposed to choose 5 out of the ones in these particular sections. Now question 17 that we have picked reads, part A, solve the equation x plus 3 over 24 is equal to 1 over x minus 2. That is 4 marks. Then part B, the length of a floor of a rectangular hall is 9 meters more than its width. The area of the floor is 136 meters squared. Calculate the perimeter of the floor, 4 marks. Then a rectangular carpet is placed on the floor of the wall, leaving an area of 64 meters squared. If the length of the carpet is twice its width, determine the width of the carpet, 2 marks. Yes, that is the question, and we consider the solution. Now, let us look at the solution to that particular question. Yes, the question reads, as we have seen, solve the equation x plus 3 over 24 is equal to 1 over x minus 2. So first, part A, we are asked to solve that particular equation. So part A will proceed as follows. I'll pick my solution from here. So A, if I call this solution. So first, what I'll need to do is to cross multiply. I multiply that by that. So that will be x plus 3 in bracket x minus 2, which is equal to 24. So the first thing is to cross multiply. That is having to multiply this denominator by the other numerator, and this numerator by the other denominator. So opening up the bracket, this gives me x squared minus 2x plus 3x minus 6 is equal to 24. So I bring the 24 this end. I'll be having x squared minus 2x plus, it's minus 2x plus 3x. That is now plus x. I don't have to repeat it. So I call it now plus x minus 30 is equal to 0. So that's what I end up with. So expanding this, I end up with this. So it means now I have x squared plus x minus 30. Now the next assignment now is to find two values whose product should give us negative 30 and sum should give us positive 1. Now these two values have to be positive 6, negative 5. So we have x squared plus 6x minus 5x minus 30 is equal to 0. So I factorize. I need to factorize x here. So I'll be having x outside, then I have x plus 6 minus 5 into x plus 6 is equal to 0. And that then should imply that That should imply that x minus 5 into x plus 6 is equal to 0. So up to there, what it means is that the value of x can either be x minus 5 or x plus 6. So that means that we can either equate the first bracket to 0 or the second bracket to 0. And that will just mean that x is therefore, when we take x minus 5 is equal to 0, then x is 5. And when we take x plus 6 is equal to 0, we take x to be minus 6. Those are the two values of x. But then, let's see. So if we were to solve, those are the two values that we have. Now, let's consider now, that becomes part A. So if it were length, then we would take 5 because distance cannot be negative. But let's see, let's move on. The length of a floor of a rectangular hall is 9 meters. The length of a floor of a rectangular hall, this way, is 9 meters. The length of a floor of a rectangular hall is 9 meters more than its width. So this is length, this is width. So if we take width to be x, then length is going to be x plus 9. So in other words, what I have is x plus 9 meters, and this is x meters. So we are told the area, now the length of a floor of a rectangular hall is 9 meters more than its width. The area of the floor is 136 meters squared. The area of the floor. Now, this area here, we are given to be 136 meters squared. 136 meters squared. Now, in this sense, now we are asked, calculate the perimeter of the floor. Calculate the perimeter of the floor. So what we are asked here is to find the value of x. And in finding the value of x, we are already given this and this. So what we are going to do is say that area of this floor should be given by x into x plus 9. And we are told that is equal to 136. We are told that is equal to 136. So I open the bracket and I realize that I have x squared plus 9x, x squared plus 9x minus 136 is equal to 0. So we are looking for two numbers whose product is negative 136 and sum is positive 9. So those two numbers, we can figure out what they should be. This is how to figure out. You just take 136 and see if we can ever find such two values. So in which case, if we start with 2, we'll be having 68. 34. 17. So this is 8 and 17. 8 and 17. Yes. 8 and 17 will be the values. Because this is 8 and 17. So it has to be, one has to be, so 17 is going to be positive and 8 is going to be negative. So we have x squared plus 17x minus 8x minus 136 is equal to 0. Yes, that's what it is. So I'll have factorize x here. So it will be x plus 17. Then here I also have minus 8. Again, it's x plus 17 is equal to 0. That means I'll be having x minus 8 into x plus 17 is equal to 0. Therefore, x is expected to be 8 or negative 17. X is then expected to be 8 or negative 17, but we pick a positive value because x is supposed to be length. X is length. So if it is length, then what we can do is let me just see. Yes, if it is length, then we can only pick a positive answer. So x is 8 meters. It's 8 meters. So we put 8 here because the question is asking us to find the perimeter of the floor. So if now I put 8, then it means this will be 17 and this will be 8. So the perimeter in that case will be so perimeter should be 2 length plus width. So perimeter will be 2 into L plus this, which is 2 into 17 plus 8, which gives 2 times 25, and that is 50 meters. That is 50 meters. So if we are asked to find the perimeter, then our perimeter is 50 meters. Roman 2, a rectangular carpet is placed on the floor. A rectangular carpet is placed on the floor, leaving an area of 64 meters squared. Leaving an area of 64 meters squared. If the length of the carpet is twice its width, determine the width of the carpet. So there's another carpet now. This is Roman 2. There's now another carpet. That is mounted on the floor, but after being mounted, it leaves an area of 64 meters squared. It leaves such an area. So it means that what we are going to say is that, and we are also told that, okay, if I sketch it, we understand that it is relatively smaller compared to this. So if I sketch it, we are told, and if the length of the carpet is twice its width. So if we say this is the width and this is the length, and what is the area? The area here should be 136 minus 64. So 136 minus 64, we get 2, and then 30, this is 7, yeah? So this is 72. So area is 72. Area is 72. So if area is 72 and we know this is x and this is 2x, can we find what x is? So we say x into 2x is equal to 72. What that means is that 2x squared is equal to 72. And if that is the case, then x squared will be 36. X squared will then be 36, implying that x is either 6 or minus 6. But being that it is length, then we say that x is 6. And that is the answer that we give. X is 6. X is 6 meters. So if x is 6 meters, what determine the width? Determine the width of the carpet. Yes, that width is 6. Yeah, the width is 6 meters. So that is the answer. So I hope you paid attention, followed through. If at all you have any question or any clarification, please leave a comment down on the comment section. See you in my next video.